What's up, people? My name's Ahmed, and welcome back to yet another video. Today, I wanted to talk about Only Murders in the Building, Season 3. I've been waiting a while to make this video because they were releasing episodes weekly, and I wanted to make the whole thing together and not make one video a week. It was fun to watch. Season 3 was probably the better of the three seasons. Amongst the three seasons that came out, second season was the weakest, third one was the best. First one was very good in setting up the entire storyline for it. I wasn't honestly expecting the cliffhanger that it left us with. I honestly thought that third season would be the last one, but then with that cliffhanger, it did a very good job, and I can't wait for the next season to come out. In case you haven't seen season 3 and are expecting season 3 to be the last one, it's not. We're gonna get another season. I'm glad because we get to see all three of them again. Martin Short, Steve Martin, and of course Selena Gomez, as they are in the series, and quite frankly I cannot describe how well they go together. Let's get right into why it worked. And for me, one of the biggest reasons was because one, the mystery was slightly different from the first two mysteries. Well, in the first one, the murder was kind of, we liked the characters that were introduced. We were still new to all three of them. In the second season, one of our favorite characters was kind of under investigation, and I personally did not enjoy that part of it. But in season 3, the mystery was very different. We were already rooted into the story. We wanted to know what happened to Ben Glenroy and who kind of tried to kill him and eventually succeeded in killing him. And that was the entire mystery setup for season 3. That mystery alone allowed a lot of the twists and turns and the chemistry between Martin Short, Steve Martin, and Selena Gomez to come out as well as it did. Of course, we are reintroduced to the chemistry of the three of them, and that's what makes this show what it is. Not only did they have a very good mystery in hand with Ben Glenroy, they also had a very good option of the chemistry that the three of them bring together and what happens when they're not talking to each other. We had consistent scenes where Martin Short's character was just being himself, going off randomly and doing things that he would do, and then we had Selena Gomez's character that was rather subdued in this season but still strong enough for the entire season, and that kind of made sense. If you look at Selena Gomez's character from season 1 to season 3, her character has grown considerably the most amongst the three of them. Selena Gomez's character is the one that has the most potential as a character. No doubt, Steve Martin's Charles Hayden Savage and Martin Short's character are very impactful, but I think Selena Gomez is, for me, the lead for the show, and the chemistry that she shares with both of them and her being in the scene elevates most of the scenes that she's in. Of course, no doubt, Martin Short and Steve Martin deliver wonderful performances in season 3 as well. Last thing that I really want to talk about is the comedy of the show, and while it is a murder mystery, one thing that has obviously been nailed down in the 3 seasons is the comedy. With Steve Martin and Martin Short, we are bound to see a lot of comedy in the show, and that kind of happens throughout. The fact that the characters can play around with each other's characters and play off each other's characters makes the comedy that much better. Steve Martin and Martin Short are renowned for their comedy throughout, and that's what makes the show a hit in my books. The two things that I think did not work in the favor of the show are, well, one, the ending of the show, not the cliffhanger, but towards the end, like the final couple of episodes, that did not really work in my favor because I felt they kind of rushed towards the ending. They did not build, like every other season. The first 2 seasons, there were episodes where they kind of work towards the ending, and the pacing towards the final 2 episodes was something that did not work in my mind. Like, they could have done it better. They could have made the ending better and have had the ending land much better than it did. The reason why I say that is, especially in the first couple of seasons, we always had a suspicion on everybody, but here they kind of went for, oh, you weren't looking at this character, but this character was the killer throughout, and that's what felt off about season 3 for me. The second thing that I felt that did not work for me was the pacing. Like, okay, the ending itself was not great with the final clues and all of it, and what the ending to the final characters that were picked up. But I also felt the pacing overall felt a little off from the first couple of seasons, where every episode was faster paced. The first couple of seasons had a different feel to it, but that formula was broken in season 3, and I kind of felt bad that it was. Like, you had a set formula that works for you, you can use it in season 2, you can use it in season 1, why not use it in season 3? And those were the only two critiques that I had negatively for the show. Overall, as a show, it did a really good job, and I would give it a 9 out of 10. I'm talking 1 point because I felt bad that they told us that season 3 would be the final season, but then they didn't end it. So I'm taking away 1 point just for that. Peace, and see you in the next one really soon.